Is the Minister for Education. Can the Minister advise the House how the Marshall Liberal Government is addressing urgent capital works across a range of government schools in the southern suburbs of Adelaide, including in my electorate?
The Minister for Education.
Yes, I thank you, sir. I thank the member for Devonport for this question. I know that he's very passionate about education in the southern suburbs, of course, in his own electorate. And the member for Devonport is a member of the Governing Council at the Aberfoyle Park High School. So he'd be aware, for a start, of the very significant capital works that are underway at Aberfoyle Park High School. A substantial redevelopment of a series of sections of the school, including performing arts centres. The administration space is being completely upgraded. Contemporary learning spaces, refurbishment of existing buildings, including some that, sir, to say kindly, were not fitting contemporary educational standards. But now, as of the beginning of next year, as not only is the size of the school expanded to support Year 7s and population growth, we will see world-class facilities serving the needs of students in the Aberfoyle Park area and around. And it's going to be a very exciting time for the school. It's a very exciting time for that school for many reasons, because, of course, not only is there a spectacular capital work redevelopment underway at Aberfoyle Park High School, which the students and staff and the community are very excited about. That school, led by Marion Cody, an outstanding educational leader, formerly of Blackwood High School, a very strong career, that school has just been given accreditation, along with Unley High School and Nord Morialta High School, previously Roma Mitchell last year and previously Glenunga. Aberfoyle Park has just gained accreditation to deliver the International Baccalaureate Diploma for next year. It's a very significant achievement. The International Baccalaureate organisation requires a very, very high level of practice to be able to deliver that. And Aberfoyle Park High School, along with those other schools I've mentioned, has demonstrated to the International Baccalaureate organisation that it is at that level. And because of the commitment made by this government on coming to office to support schools, for new public schools to be able to offer that diploma, to give more options to students, particularly those keen on languages or high-level academic qualifications, or indeed those who might be travelling internationally. The students in the Aberfoyle Park area and the southern suburbs now have a direct pathway through the public education system, and they've already taken enrolments for next year, which is tremendous. But around the southern suburbs, there are schools that have completed their building works, there are building works underway, and there are some about to get started. Runella East College, I was talking to the member for Hurtle Vale, indeed, recently about that, who was reporting to me on how spectacular that gymnasium is looking, and indeed that project is not far away from completion. I was talking to the member for Hurtle Vale, in fact, at the opening of the spectacular new facilities at Warringanda Secondary School, where the Premier visited and wished that he was indeed going back to school so he could experience world-class facilities like that while in a secondary school environment. And those students, including the Year 7s, we've been at that school for a year and a half in that pilot site, are enjoying those very much. Schools around the south, Blackwood, Seaford, Christie's Beach High School and Southern Vocational College, Wollonga High School, Aldinga Beta 6, the new Aldinga by Indy College, Brighton Secondary School, Brighton Primary School, the Hallett Cove School, all dramatic improvements as a result of investments by this government. Part of a $1.4 billion investment, more than 100 upgrades, 5 new schools, 4 starting next year, 1 in the following year. And can I also say, sir, I'm sure the member for Devonport will be keen to hear it, although in the members for Hurtle Vale and the Minister for Environment even more so, in this year's budget, our members, we've invested $27 million in 2 new projects, effectively rebuilding schools with dramatically outdated facilities at Pimpala Primary School and the Seaview Downs Primary School. Long overdue investments, but investments this government is making to ensure that students in the southern suburbs and across South Australia get access to world-class facilities and a world-class education, thanks to the Marshall Liberal government. Yeah.